Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Sauce. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. Listen, we never thought this day would come, but it appears that your boy Drizzy Drake is finally starting to act his age. In a recent interview with Lil Yachty, Drizzy Drake says that he regrets dropping the names of all the chicks that he messed with all over his tracks. And he also regrets some of the ageist statements that he made in his music. For example, like on the song Western Roads, where he suggested that he was going to retire at 35. Now, when talking about Western Roads specifically, Drake said, quote, "I hate hearing that ish. I heard it the other night. I think that and sometimes when I've said girls' names in songs, maybe those are two things that I look back on and I'm like, maybe I could have done without like ishing on people for age or disrupting somebody's life." End quote. Drizzy Drake went on to say, quote, "The lyrics are never with ill intent, but I had somebody tell me one time, you know, it's not necessarily what you're saying about me, it's the fact that you said it." End quote. After saying that, Drake went on to expound upon what he was talking about, and he explained that when he had the conversation with his ex-girlfriend, she was trying to explain to him that when you drop names like that and you put all these women's information out there, it has an effect on their current life. This is because, as Drizzy Drake said, his ex-wifey said, quote, "You don't know what it does to me. You don't know who my boyfriend is at the time, or you don't know what my family knows or doesn't know, and if you express any form of discontent with me and call me by my name in a song, then all of a sudden I'm left to pick up the pieces of my own life that I've tried to build up for myself." End quote. Listen, I'm feeling what this chick said to Drake, and I'm glad that Drizzy Drake has finally gotten the message. And I hope that a whole bunch of these other rappers who are out here name dropping who they were in the bed with get the message too. I mean, you gotta understand that when somebody lays down with you, it's an intimate act. And even though it might have been a one-night stand or a notch under the belt for you, maybe that person has some serious feelings. And even if they didn't, that doesn't mean that they want their business all out on your next track. I mean, for real, people need to learn how to keep what goes on behind closed doors. But on the real, let me know what you think. Do you think that your boy Drizzy Drake has finally grown up? Or do you think he's gonna be back out there name dropping like next week? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now check it out. With the help of Benjamin Crump, MalcomX's family is suing the FBI, the CIA, and the New York Police Department. The family's $100 million lawsuit is based on the fact that one of the black undercover police officers that was assigned to infiltrate MalcomX's camp left a deathbed confession which said that his job for the New York City Police Department was to essentially set up MalcomX's security and get them to commit crimes so that the FBI could arrest them in the days prior to MalcomX's speech at the Autobahn. That way, Malcolm wouldn't have a whole lot of security at the door. In reference to the lawsuit, Nico Mann from the Atlantic Black Star wrote, quote, "The family of Malcolm X has made a public letter attributed to a now deceased former New York City Police Department officer in which the ex-cop claimed the police department and the FBI were behind the 1965 assassination of the black liberation icon. Wood revealed that he was pressured by his supervisors in the department to get members of Malcolm X's security detail to commit crimes that would result in their arrest by the FBI so that they would be unable to manage the activist door security at the Autobahn ballroom the day of the assassination." End quote. Now, in reference to this new evidence, a lot of people have wondered why the undercover cop waited till he was on his deathbed to tell the truth, and a representative for him said that the reason why he did it is that the New York City Police Department said that if he ever told the truth, they were gonna set him up and put him in jail for life. Listen, I'm over here hoping and praying that Malcolm X's family wins this $100 million lawsuit and that everything that has been kept in the dark comes to the light. But unfortunately, that probably won't happen. Why? Because the government never convicts itself. For example, you remember when Hoover was in charge and he had a serious problem with the Black Panthers, so he basically sent the cops in there to kill Fred Hampton? Nobody ever paid a price. So you know what? I'm going to be watching this case very closely because I want to see what happens. Do you think that Malcolm X's family is going to get their 100 mil? Or do you think that the government is going to try to cover up what they did by any means necessary? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, I'm very happy to report that your boy Method Man, aka Clifford Smith, won a 2023 NAACP Image Award for his acting role on Power, Book 2 Ghost. I'm happy for my man Meth, and I believe he deserved it. And you know who else believed he deserved it? 50 Cent. So after Method Man won the award, 50 Cent went online and he wrote, quote, "At Method Man official is no joke. He was always number one in Wu-Tang to me, but he's transitioned into something that has to be celebrated. This train won't stop. Shout out to at NAACP for recognizing and the Czars Network." End quote. I think that everybody who loves meth and the Wu is happy for your boy Meth. But the question is, was Method Man the best member of Wu-Tang? Or was it Inspector Deck? Was it Ghostface? Was it Raekwon? Was it the RZA? I just don't know. What do you think in the comments? Who dropped the illest bars out of all of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan? And while you're sitting over there trying to figure out who it is, think about all of their tapes, including the purple tape. Now, check it out. Your girl, JessHilarious, says that back in the day when she was working with MasterP and they were filming I Got the Hookup Too, MasterP stiffed her for like $15,000. Now, after MasterP heard what JessHilarious said, he jumped on the internet and he said, quote, "I love at JessHilarious official, and I know she was just cracking jokes because she signed her contract and got paid what she was owed for I Got the Hookup Too. But if she trying to squeeze me for another 10K, she got that." End quote. Well, after JessHilarious heard what Master P had to say, she decided that she was going to address the situation again when she was doing a guest appearance on The Breakfast Club. JessHilarious said, quote, "He's like, she just joking, she be playing, y'all know her. She was joking about a second check. That was never in her contract. That's the narrative they ran with for the clickbait and fake headlines. Thank God for receipts." End quote. JessHilarious went on to say, quote, "You think out of everybody out there right now, I'ma come after you for clickbait and fake headlines? I don't have to do that, sir." Now, he playing around with me because I never said it was a second check. It was money paid up front, and then it was supposed to have been another $15,000. Yeah, I didn't get the other half of my money. Stop playing me with like this check one, check two. No. End quote. Listen, it seems like your boy Master P is getting hit from all sides, because first, you got Little Romeo saying he never got paid for nothing that he did. Then, you got 50 Cent saying Master P got slick with the payments. Then, you got Fat Trell saying he never saw a check. And now, you got JessHilarious saying he still owe her $15K. I mean, honestly, I don't even understand what's going on here. If you are an adult, right, and you enter into a business transaction with somebody else and you have a contract, there's a such thing called a copy machine. Get a copy of the contract. And if they don't pay you for the work that you did, take them to court, produce the contract, and get your money. I mean, for real, instead of being out here complaining on YouTube, take the man to civil court and file a civil complaint. You know what? Let me ask you guys out there. If you go to work, right, and somebody owes you $15,000 and you have a contract and they don't pay you, are you just going to complain about it on YouTube? Or are you going to take them to court, produce your copy of the contract, and get your shmoney? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there making a comment, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button if you're feeling any part of the content. Now check it out. Your boy Nick Cannon has something that he wants to say to all of you people who think that he should stop having kids. During a recent interview, Cannon, who's had 12 kids over the last 12 years, said he's gonna stop having babies when God says it's time for him to stop having babies. Cannon said, quote, "God decides when we're done, but I believe I definitely got my hands full, and I'm so focused, I'm locked in. But when I'm 85, you never know, I might." End quote. Listen, let me know what you think about what Nick just said right there. Is God the one making Nick have all these babies, or does Nick have free will? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, really quick, let me give you guys a personal PSA. When you're out there driving around in your cars, make sure you lock your doors, because I'm telling you, people out here in these streets are wilding out. Because I'm in my car and I pull up to a red light, and the next thing you know, some chick is jumping into my car. I was like, what in the world is going on? I thought I was getting ready to get jacked. But it turns out she just thought I was an Uber. Lock your doors, people. Listen, on to the next story. Recently, businessman and motivational speaker Grant Condon was on the Lara Trump show, and while he was there, he said that when he goes out to speak in front of black crowds, he usually has to simplify and dumb down his language. Grant said, quote, "We go after that audience and we're talking to them in very street terms, not big nomenclature vocabulary. We just keep everything very simple." End quote. Let me address this dude using some of the higher level vocabulary that he believes that black people do not know. This man is an absolute ignoramus who lacks the cognitive ability and aptitude to know that black people not only speak but understand the same vocabulary in the English lexicon that white people do. However, we also have the ability and capacity to code switch and use slang, or as he would say, street language, when we so choose. Which means, in street language, that this dude is dumb as rocks. And I actually shouldn't say that, cause it's disrespectful to the rocks. Hey yo, let me know what you guys think about what this dude said in the comments. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.